All right, we're going to look at how to add a question set to your ClassFlow lesson. So here's a lesson that I have been working on. All right, so I'm going to go to this blank card right here. If you don't have a blank card, remember you can go down here and hit add card, and a blank card will pop up on the screen. All right, and I want to add a question set to this group, or to this card, excuse me. And in the menu, or the toolbar up here at the top, that's right here, you're going to select Assessment. There's a drop-down menu. The import questions, I'm finding that not to be as helpful. They do have some questions for some subjects already made in ClassFlow, but I didn't find it very useful. You may, and that's great. I'm going to go to Add Questions because I want to come up with my own questions. So you click Add Questions. I'm not clicking up. There we go. All right. And the default question set is multiple choice, or format is multiple choice. Do you have options to change that? Multiple choice, short answer, math question, not really sure what that is. Math people, you might want to play around with that. True, false, essay, creative response. I don't know what that is either. I'll have to play around with that later. A match list, a Likert scale, label an image. That's pretty cool. Sort, and fill in the blanks, and a choice matrix. So you have lots of choices on how to organize your question set. I'm going to stick with the basics for this tutorial. So since we're talking about Pearl Harbor, let's see. Let me type up a question really quick. That's one thing that I have discovered is that in the assessment builder, there is no spell check. So it's not going to flag any misspelled words. There's also not, there's no checker. So you have to be really careful when you're typing up your questions. So what was the name, oopsie, terrible at typing. What was the name of the airfield near Pearl Harbor? All right, I'm gonna give them a couple choices. Now, if you have played around with ActiveInspire's question builder or quiz builder, this is very similar. You get to select a correct answer if you want to. You can assign a point value to each of your questions. Roosevelt, Arizona. All right, and so the correct answer for that one is Hickam. And if I wanted to add more than just 3 choices, I would click Add Option. Then if I wanted to add another question, I'm going to click the Add Question button, and another question pops up. I'm actually going to delete that question, so if you get to a point and you're like, oh, I don't really need that question, you can delete it. It's going to ask you if you're sure. Of course, you're going to say yes. Now, if you notice, there is another set of question set 2 down here, so you could actually build 2 different question sets at the same time. I just need the one question set, so I'm going to go over here and assign a point value to it and say that it's worth 10 points. You can also set this up. This is really cool. You could add a passage for people to read first and then have to answer the question based on that passage. All right, so when you're done, and this is something that drove me insane this morning when I was trying to figure it out, how do I get back to my card? Well, you actually have to go up here. Again, I hit Save, just on the side, and then go to Exit Builder. When you do that, it's going to take you back to your card. And now if you'll notice, on card 1, because that's the card that I'm on when I created that assessment, I have this little 1 right here, and it's showing me that I have a question set associated with this. So when you get ready to broadcast this card set onto your Promethean board, and we'll get to that in another video, you will see the option, not the option, but you'll be prompted to start the question set on whatever slide you created on. If that sounds confusing, just stick with me. We will be going over how to deliver. If you notice up here, there's a button that says deliver, how to deliver your lesson. So hopefully that helps you get started with building your assessments if you choose to do so in your new ClassFlow lessons. Thanks.